Here we go. So, let's just kind of get into this. Of course, the driver, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yes. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. I'll just start this thing up. Reboot. This part, Garbo. How that shit done? There we go. So. You know. How's it going? This is a generic phantom type of NPC. So if you were here for the when I was playing the demo, the ghosts that you run around the house and try to track down by listening to the noises in the dark, this is the actual design for these things. And considering in the demo all they did was just stand around, in the game these things will have to be animated. So this would have to be the generic phantom that you saw me kind of purging with a flashlight in the demo. So lots and lots of fun stuff. Actually, I don't have work until next week. So this Saturday, I will know when's the new schedule. So that means, up until then, I'm doing this. Day in, day out. I could do a 24-hour live stream, but I probably wouldn't. Chances are, and it's kind of dumb to say chances, but I would probably finish an entire piece in like a 12-hour period, considering on average it usually takes me about 6 hours to finish one piece, which is still too long by like an average standard. I have to cut the time down by just kind of not lollygagging too much. But if I'm gonna finish a piece, I will usually stop the stream and wait a few minutes and start a new one, just for the sake of separating live streams for different pieces into physical different videos. Just, you know, because it'll look a little bit better than having one giant, 24-hour live stream and with breaks and whatnot. So one of the things I said I was going to do today is kind of fix this eye area a little bit, because certain things are way too bright, or way too dark, when they're not supposed to be. Honestly, it's not even about being like a zombie after the stream, because I have like an 11-hour stream. I've done an 11-hour stream like last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. It's just the fact that I'd like to kind of, keep the streams short for the sake of, when people look at the stream, they're like, oh shit, that's like an 11-hour stream. That is a long stream to participate in, right? So, I don't mind doing long ones, but I figured, you know what, for the sake of maybe organization, the fact that usually after I'll finish a piece, I will use that piece as a thumbnail for the video of that stream. So people will see the thumbnail and see that's the piece that I did on the stream, right? So if I do like a 24-hour stream, or even that 11-hour stream, I did 2 pieces there. So, suddenly it kind of looks like it took me 11 hours to draw that one piece, which, is not very appealing to watch. And again, honestly, I have to draw art for this game, the concept art for this game, either way. It's just, I'm doing the live stream as a little bonus. I figured I might as well. It doesn't take up an extreme amount of additional horsepower for the computer to live stream. This isn't like gaming live stream. And I figured, just in case, I might as well. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Apparently it's garbage day. Okay. Let's see. Oh, South Bus here. Cool. He does. Like, my dad, he's working on some utilities for script writing, and that's basically kind of his main concern right now. And let's see, do we have pressure sensitive? No, we don't have pressure feature. Piece of garbage. Why? Oh well. I should just stop complaining at this point. Let's see. Photoshop, Reddit. I'm going to post an angry question. Photoshop tutorials. All things Photoshop except Photoshop requests. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, fuck, I'll post this question later on. I'm using the UG M708. So that's the new tablet that I just got. And yeah, there it goes. And Gotta boot this driver back up, and you know, if you're trying to post links, remember that link posting doesn't work. So, you know, UGM708. Amazon. Oh wow, they actually have, holy shit. These guys actually have full-on screen display tablets. Drawing tablets. That's kind of cool. Anyways, that's the one that I'm using. Also, distractions. Phantom. Okay, so I kind of want to finish up the pieces that I started and haven't finished yet before I get into starting new pieces, you know, either perspective pieces or conceptual character pieces. I just kind of want to get this shit done first. Shut up, South. That's not funny. I haven't even put my the tax credit check yet. See, I get up early, and I'm thinking, like, I got up at 7:30 today, like a, you know, decent human being. Now I get up and I'm thinking, I'm going to go to the bank today and put my tax credit so I could pay off my credit card. And not close the credit card, but, you know, be done with that general fucking debt. And what do I find out? The bank is not open at 7:30 in the morning. See, this is the shit that I have to deal with by being a normal human being and getting up at the proper times. It's the banks are not open. Uh-oh. What just happened? Whoa! Hey! Oh, great, my graphics... What? My graphics card driver just crashed. Yay! Is OBS still broadcasting? Oh, that's just fucking beautiful. I don't know why I even bother. Let me probably just turn this thing off. There was probably a reason why this motherboard was on sale for $40 on eBay. From God knows fucking who. Probably because it's glitched to shit. Or maybe I should just update its BIOS. Not what I wanted to do. Copy. That, and for everything is fucking crashing in this computer. Everything. The tablet screen works with the graphics card, so maybe in this case the graphics card can kind of still recover. You know what? Phantom. Okay, now. Apparently the stream health is poor as shit, so let me just quickly Let's see. Video output is low. Well, eat shit, why don't you? And fucking hell. Are you shitting me? Okay, calm down. Everything, this is just a part of what it is. This is just a part of what it is. That's okay. I will post an angry email to Yuji afterwards. The key is just to not stop drawing. That is the key. Either that or just reboot my computer. Because I haven't done that in a while. And I'm usually the one preaching that people have to reboot their computers. Okay, so first of all, about credit card, this online banking boy. Okay, well, you know, there's also physical checks from government boy that I have to physically deposit boy. So, you know, kind of have to work with that. Boy. Boyo. Okay, so, hey Sarge, how's it going? Okay, so I need to kind of get this thing back in here. This is an ugly motherfucker. Okay. Well, I've completely lost all the details of, you know, like hanging skin and whatnot from that I had in the pencil drawing. And this is actually what that square kind of jaw thing looked like. It wasn't the jaw, it was just the general detail from all the hanging degrading skin pieces. Uh-oh, Sarge is using 2 smiley faces. Something's wrong. Don't tell me your other cat died. Or did you fail exams? I don't know which one's worse. Either way wouldn't be good. Maybe I should do cell shading with this stuff, or at least kind of establish some sort of a boundary. Or should I be not a digital painting pussy and just kind of watch my lines? Oops, wrong tone. I'm gonna put up the music and probably just a little bit. I kind of wanna just start by having some work done. Okay, so according to the perspective in this piece, I kind of have to correct that a little bit. Just a bit. You lost your immunity. No, I'm not sad. Sarge is sad. I'm not. I'm just. This is like early in the morning, so I haven't had any coffee. I had tea though. So I am just concentrated slash just woke up, which is a lie because I woke up like almost 2 hours ago. It is like 9, yeah, 10 o'clock almost. And I'd like to just kind of just stay concentrated on getting these pieces done. Sarge, you said you lost your immunity to metaphorically or like actually lost immunity? Because that's like cancer talk. From what I guess, or from what I can see. Because usually that's that. Like actual your body immunity to being able to battle an illness, or are you talking about some metaphorical immunity? Let me just graze this cup on the microphone. Is that something that happened recently, or is that just, just kind of history at this point? So this side's supposed to be kind of dark. To allow for contrast on this side. See, here's the thing with these tablets. There's this weird. I'm not sure if that's maybe a driver artifact, but here all the pressure features disabled. So I press lightly, so the transparency is light. I press hard, so the transparency is complete. Now, there's an actual feature here that says, tablet pressure controls opacity, overrides brush panel settings. So, you know, same deal, right? Let's see, brush panel. Size, spacing, what else is there? Transfer, flow jitter, opacity jitter. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so if I set that to off, and I set this to off, oh, I just made a discovery. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So we have the pen pressure, and this is just kind of discovering. So if I disable this and that, so this is the settings for a brush. So this says read the pressure from the pen and use that to control the brush strokes. So right now brush strokes are all even. If I set it to pen pressure, then the harder I press on the pen, the harder it actually works. Now, tilt is probably a feature that's not really supported by this. Yeah, definitely. But there are, I think it's the more like advanced screen stuff that supports tilt. But that's kind of interesting because I was thinking why the thing was working. But what is funny is that this type of a control feature is kind of reminiscent of the music composing software, where you can actually pick a physical knob on a piece of hardware and assign it to like the volume of the synthesizer or the pan, so left and right. So that's kind of interesting. So at least I like to have granular control over the controls then. And sounds good. Yeah, Pepe, no problem. Wow, so where the hell was I going with that whole thing? Oh yeah, right. Like I keep having to, you know, press buttons in order to up and down the scale of the brush. But what I figured is I want to try, like, I can totally do this. I can make a piece of hardware that has a knob, and by turning the knob, it increases and decreases the size of the brush, because I seem to be using that a lot. Mainly because I use the pen pressure for opacity, but I would still like to be able to kind of do, you know, something like this, like just decreasing the stroke sizes as I go, which can be done by setting this feature on, you know, having a large brush, so the harder I press, the bigger the stroke is. But that also kind of does stuff, you know, if I use that, then I can't really use pen pressure, because when you, with a physical brush, when you lightly tap, it still has a definitive mark. So you know, yeah. But it's kind of the benefit of digital painting, where you can set your brush pen pressure to control the opacity. Let's make sure we kind of even out the strokes here, or the general tone of the shoulder. Kind of have to remind myself that even though you kind of have to define the darkest place and the lightest place on your concept art, the darkest place does not necessarily have to be black. Okay, well, we're kind of getting there somewhere. See, I guess I could just work on this for a little bit more. I kind of want to get a nice big chunk here just to enforce the visual. Visual cue of this stuff just kind of peeling off his face. You can kind of hear me tapping the key all the time, and there are these controllers called rotary encoders. They're basically digital rotary switches, so to speak, the digital pots. And they basically, you can read the trigger signal from those rotary potentiometers, or rotary encoders, and use it to your advantage. So usually you have, like, let's say, the rheostats, or the potentiometers that control the brightness of the light in the room. Those things are analog, which means that they constantly output a value of whatever, you know, well, in general, layman's terms, whatever values, whatever you supply it with, it will output a value from 0 to the maximum, the voltage you're supplying it with. So, but it constantly sends out data. And it's just analog data, so I'm just saying it constantly sends out a value. With rotary encoders, it's basically, if you've ever like used a switch that when you turn it, it makes a little ticking noise, and it just has a tactile feel to it, so you can feel when it switches to the next little bit. That is a rotary encoder, and it only clicks. It actually like sends out a click signal. And I know that anybody who's actually into robotics will tell that I'm full of shit because it doesn't send out a click signal, and then they go into the whole technical term that there's the clock signal and there's the 2 on-off signals, and then you compare the two, and then, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. The basic idea behind what I'm talking about is that since I can read the definite moments when the click happens, I can assign that to the square brackets keys, forward and backward square bracket keys, in order to, you know, quickly quickly switch the size of the brush. And since it's a knob, physically turning it, I think that would basically make for a very speedy painting thing, because then I can just kind of use one hand to control the size of the brush, and the gadget would be very small too, so it would not be taking up too much space. The benefits of knowing how to program microcontrollers. Yay. This is kind of very very stringy right now. So I kind of have to deal with these really dark spots on essentially the side of the face that is not supposed to be really dark. Just lighten these areas up just a tiny bit. I have to say, I'm honestly so out of touch with gaming. Just sitting down and playing games. I miss the time when gaming used to be simple. Like, I actually find myself debating whether or not it's worth the time to commit to a game nowadays. And the only reason I'm saying, like, yesterday, I was, like, really burned out. Like, I'm still kind of, you know, in the aftermath of switching to proper sleep schedule and daytime, you know, being among the living, so to speak, instead of doing my streams and drawing in the middle of the night. And I have to say, yesterday, for the first time, I've opened my copy of The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings. I've had that game just because people talk about The Witcher all the time, or when the Wild Hunt came out. I knew about the Assassin of Kings. I just kind of figured, you know. So I decided, you know, this thing's been sitting on my shelf for like more than a couple of years, and I bought the game like just for the sake of kind of, you know, keeping up with what people were talking about the game, just kind of be aware of the lore. So I booted up the game. The game says you might want to install it, and I'm like, well, I may not want to. And it said, would you like to start a tutorial? And I figured, okay, well, for the sake of not having me blindly hit keys and try to figure out how to do the combat stuff, I figured, yeah, okay, I'll do the tutorial. Might as well. And holy shit, there is so much in the tutorial. How to wait, how to use the meditation to brew potions, how to pick up stuff, how to parry, how to block, how to dodge, and just fucking getting a hold of the mechanics. And I'm like, shit, man, I just want to play the game. Why do you gotta make it so goddamn complicated? And I know that these complicated, control schemes kind of probably work out to a great experience, but it's just, I just want to play the game. Gone are the days when you can just open up a game and already be familiar with the mechanics. Like, if Witcher would have taken the control scheme from Assassin's Creed instead of devising its own one, I would have just started playing, right? I would have just gotten right into it, Whoops. That was an eraser, wasn't it? Yep, that's an eraser. There's just so much. So much, man. It's like a goddamn commitment. It's like on-site job training right there with these games. It did kind of captivate me right at the start with the whole, corpse eaters and whatnot. So I think that would be kind of interesting. Maybe I'll continue playing it. I just gotta get a hold of the combat mechanics. Fucking listen to me. I sound like an old man. Oh, I just gotta get a hold of the controls. Oh, they're a little bit confusing. God, I'm getting old. Fucking walking up. You need to infiltrate this base. You're walking up to a guard. Would you like to snap his neck or blow him? Pick blow. Would you like to do a tutorial on how to blow a guard? I'm like, oh, for God's sakes. So there's a lot of stuff on this side, considering I kind of had to fix the general thing here. Making these things too dark. They're not supposed to be too dark. There is supposed to be a bit more contrast on this side. stuff. Okay, see, here's the thing. Here's the deal. There is a perspective that kind of follows here, even with the face. There are still perspective lines. See, color picker, hue strip, color wheel, medium. Okay, so I need to get the key shortcut for that. What's the name of it? HUD color picker key. Control option, click and drag to select color. Shift Alt right click. Okay. So shift, oh, okay, nice. That's what that is, okay. Gonna need a small one though. Here we go. Whoa, hey, ho, hey, what the hell? What the hell? Son of a bitch. My, what? My tablet is spread out on to 2 screens. So I don't want that. I really don't want that. What the hell? And now, of course, I don't have the tablet. Change tablet settings. Handwriting, pen, no. Pen and touch. Really? Pen. Really? Tablet PC input panel. Hey. Shut up. Control panel. Okay, so that's the pen and touch bullshit that's over here. Completely useless. What I need is tablet settings. Here we go. That's what I need. Show icon. Is it going to show up now? No, it's not. Because why would it? Monitor settings. I need monitor 1. And left click. Right click. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can do relative coordinates. Useful stuff. Okay, let's test it out. And okay, we're back. Where was I? What the hell? It's back to doing the 2-screen thing. The hell is the problem? These garbage fucking drivers. You know what the problem is? The problem is the touchscreen driver. The problem is this bullshit garbage touchscreen driver. Let me keep this thing open. Okay, so we're back to doing this. And then pick the red hue. Yes. Here we go. Okay, still doing the one monitor thing, so that's fine. Now then. Let's see. So I have a bit of a tilt here. Or not, actually, no. Because according to the chin, I'm not supposed to have any. So so you see how things are suddenly in clear perspective. Something like this. I'd have to fix this mouth a bit. Actually, as long as I'm doing this, I might as well lower the mouth just a tiny bit. Like that. I should probably move the nose down a little bit like this. Just to keep it in perspective. Okay. This seems about right now, at least. Yeah, this seems better. So get rid of this. And let's take on the process of fixing all of this garbage. So first of all, I need to kind of color these spaces in. Kind of important. Kind of need to do it. Okay, so I just got a word from my dad that he is driving somewhere right now, which means that I will be able to hitchhike a ride. Oh my god, this the little shit on the goddamn scooter. Annoying piece of garbage. Oh well, this is the neighborhood, so can't really complain too much. But anyways, this is the point where I will be able to go to the bank and put my tax return towards paying off my credit card. So, happy times. Getting rid of a major debt. And, of course, I will fix this in that case. Now, this is starting to look just a tiny bit better. And I could probably imagine that the perspective in here is just a little too skewed. Like this, perhaps. Which, you know, that kind of has to be over there. But, you know, we're dealing with this. Whew, okay, so, getting rid of annoying ass debts will have to take priority, so I think I'll be gone maybe an hour, and I will come back and we will finish this piece, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for joining.